All right, welcome to Module 3. In this module, our expert will be teaching you about marketing on LinkedIn and Pinterest. So get ready to take some notes and let's jump right in.
All right, guys, so we're going to briefly touch on LinkedIn marketing, and I want to give you the usual disclaimer that I've given you in the previous lessons. Number one, we have specific courses that go into specific things in the weeds, in detail. In this case, for this course, we're just briefly touching on each platform that you should be doing organic social media on. And number two, it's all about that word organic that I just used. We're not going to be going into paid advertising on these platforms. There are definitely paid advertising options, and some of them are fantastic. You should look into those. We cover those in depth elsewhere. However, for this video, we're just looking at organic marketing for these two platforms, a brief overview of organic marketing. Now, this is LinkedIn. LinkedIn is huge, especially in the B2B space. All right, LinkedIn, if you haven't used LinkedIn, most people in the United States probably have. If you're outside of the US, maybe it's a little bit less common. It used to be primarily for job searches, okay? Networking to find positions that you want or to recruit personnel for your company. And then it grew into this huge B2B space, and it's also grown into a big network marketing space, okay? So there's a lot of B2B and network marketing potential here. Not so much just random, niche marketing for, the fitness niche or this, that, and the other thing. It's mainly the B2B space, not business to consumer. And you'll notice it's very professional. Okay. You're not going to be posting crap like you do on Facebook here. Okay. You're not going to be posting, updates about your day and how things are going, or jokes, or a bunch of funny memes, all right? There can be a little bit of humor, but generally speaking, LinkedIn is a little bit more professional, okay? If you were going into a corporate setting, to go do your job, you would act on LinkedIn as you would in that situation, okay? Now, there's a couple of different methods for marketing on LinkedIn. Number one is passive, and that just means having an excellent profile. So we're looking at Graham Arrington here. Graham Arrington is a business/life coach who basically helps people who are super overwhelmed, overworked. You've got basically a description here that describes everything that he says. Anybody who comes and finds Graham immediately knows what it is that he's offering, okay? They understand that he's offering to help them reduce their anxiety, get their life back. I mean, look at that USP there. Get your life back. It's right there in his banner and right here. So overworked business owners, overworked C-level executives, overworked, anybody, okay, who needs some help getting their life under control, their time managed, reducing their anxiety. It's all right here. And he's also got some testimonials here from other people. So he's making excellent use of the real estate that LinkedIn has given him inside of his profile to make it very clear what he's offering, and he's offering something pretty substantial, and that's, you can imagine, is in pretty high demand. In addition to his summary, he's also got his skills and endorsement section. He's got experience and education. These are really big if you're going for a job, okay? If the business that you're conducting, if you're conducting, for example, a B2B business, has nothing to do with the old jobs that you used to hold, you don't need to stick those here, okay? And as you can see, his education and experience areas are pretty slim, specifically the experience area is pretty slim, because that's why he's on LinkedIn, okay? To market his Life Plus coaching business. He's not here to tell employers about the fact that he was a low-level manager at a Wendy's restaurant 12 years ago or something like that. So you will see that if people are coming on LinkedIn specifically to market their existing business, you'll see that some of the stuff down here seems pretty bare bones, and that's why, okay? Now, the other area of marketing on LinkedIn is groups. Groups are huge in LinkedIn. So we're going to take a look at a group here. This is the Omaha Empowerment Breakfast Group, okay? And you have, if you're doing B2B stuff, you have local chamber of commerce or, business owner get-together kind of stuff in your city. All you have to do is look it up right here in the search bar. Okay, look it up in the search bar, and you'll find your version of this kind of stuff, where business owners get together and network inside. They post about events, upcoming, they're talking about a March Empowerment Breakfast. They're talking about some type of training that's occurring over here. So these are groups on LinkedIn where you have people who are usual. I mean, it depends on your audience, but if you're in the B2B space, you know that you have people who are sort of decision makers, okay, executives, CEOs, chief marketing officers, etc., who are actual, action takers and are looking for B2B solutions. You know that they're in this group, and these groups are a great way to sort of network a little bit, get yourself out there, get your brand out there, and also you can even create your own group. Okay, now that's a whole another can of worms, but creating your own group is a great way to have yet another marketing apparatus in addition to your email list, in addition to your Facebook following, your Twitter following, your Facebook groups. Having a LinkedIn group is a great way to get a very specific type of people who are in a very specific mode of thinking, which is, again, the business to business mode of thinking. And again, I keep talking about B2B, but LinkedIn is also very useful for network marketing as well. If you're doing network marketing or multi-level marketing and you're just trying to grow your following as big as possible, LinkedIn can be used for that. The next one we're going to take a look at and do a brief overview of is Pinterest. Now, the Pinterest overview is going to be pretty short because it's pretty straightforward. Pinterest is all about images, linking, bookmarking, or rather pinning images. Okay, so if you're going for organic, I should mention Pinterest also has some paid advertising. Okay, and you should check out those options, and we can cover those elsewhere. However, this is all about organic marketing, and Pinterest is all about visuals. Now, it is true that Pinterest is mostly a female-led social media platform. Okay, however, over the last few years, that's been changing quite a bit. The male usage of Pinterest has grown quite a bit, so if you have a male-dominant audience, don't feel scared about doing some marketing on Pinterest, okay, because that is growing. However, the big thing to keep in mind is it's all about visuals. It's all about images. So you're going throughout the web, and so let's say a consumer who is not running a business, what they would do is they would go throughout the web, and if they saw something that interested them and they wanted to share with other people, they would pin it to one of their boards. Okay, they would pin that. So, hey, here's a cool CD that I just bought, or that I'm thinking about buying, or what do you guys think about this? He would pin it. Make sense? In the case of a business owner, what you're doing is pinning your stuff with your web properties. Now, you should also do some, non-salesy content marketing. Okay, hey, here's an interesting article from so-and-so and such and such. That's fine. However, your whole goal here, I mean, look what happens here when you click on, this here. If a person comes, sees this image, clicks on it to get more information, okay, and you can, by the way, you've got interactions here, like comments and so on and so forth, just like any other social platform. But the real goal here is to get somebody to click on the image, okay, which brings them to the URL where the image was found, which in this case is an eBay product listing, okay? So in this case, you've got a guy selling things on eBay, and he's posting the images. He's pinning them to his Pinterest boards to get traffic, okay? There's not really much more to it than that. Here's another Pinterest board for another user. This one has to do with, looks like language, speech therapy, education, that kind of stuff. So, once again, click here, right? You've got, this one's been pinned 21 times, so you've got some engagement there, but then you click on the image, and that brings you to a web property somewhere else, okay? And you can utilize this pretty effectively in your business if you've got, visual stuff that you can share on Pinterest. Now, let's have a look at a typical Pinterest profile. So in this case, the one we're using is Michael Markison. He's got 1K followers. He's got 15,000 monthly viewers. You can add your website URL here, so people can, in a passive sense, you might get some traffic coming to your profile and then clicking through to your website. And it looks like a blog that he's got there. You've got followers all listed here. You've got following. You've got all of his different boards. So he's got multiple boards. One of them is called Mentor Land. One of them is called Awesome Products. So Mentor Land here has some very specific things. It looks like the make money online niche or the e-commerce niche. Over here you've got Awesome Products that he sees and recommends. Okay, so a lot of organic marketing going on over here. And then, of course, you've got the individual pins themselves not broken down into boards and activity, which is a little bit thin lately on this profile. So, guys, that's pretty much how you use Pinterest, okay? Again, there is a paid advertising option here that you can utilize to really get your pins in a non-organic way in front of people. But if you are big on content marketing and a lot of it is potentially visual that you can use, images as links to move traffic to other off Pinterest properties. Pinterest is a great engine to use for your organic marketing in that case.